February 15th has got to be one of the most ridiculous release dates in the history of gaming release dates. Publishers scramble to try and get things out in this little late winter time period so they can, buff those numbers for financial quarter one. It's this mad dash, October, November, February, March, which leaves always that giant gap in the summer drought. Anyway, unfortunately, us gamers are usually the ones who pay the price. Quite literally, if you're trying to pick up more than one of these games, at a time. Let's say you want to stay up to date. Oh, Anthem on the same day as Far Cry 2 Dawn, on the same day as Crackdown, on the same day as Metro Exodus. Now, the purpose of this video isn't to put down the other releases, rather to shed light on a game that isn't getting the spotlight as much as it should. A game that will likely end up being the second best single-player FPS of 2019, second only to Doom Eternal, and that is if Doom Eternal delivers on the same quality that Doom 2016 did, okay? Metro Exodus, you guys, is looking extremely good. I cannot believe how good it is shaping up. Every trailer, every gameplay reveal, it is all looking to be too good to be true, and I'm telling you, unless something goes completely awry and everything's a sham, this will be one of the best FPS games of the year. Any FPS fan should be just stoked out of their mind for this thing. And also, 4A Games, the developer, the studio that built this thing cares, genuinely cares about the quality of their games and want to make a fantastic experience. Now, on my past videos covering Metro games, it's become very clear to me that a ton, and I do mean a ton of people, have no idea about this wonderful game series. If you've never played 2033 or Last Light, what are you doing? They are fantastic titles, very much worth your time. But Exodus is taking it to the next level. Exodus looks to take that cinematic and atmospheric linear gameplay of the previous releases and expand them into an exploration-based year-long journey, complete with every season. Alongside those seasons come day-night cycles, with big, massive spaces and zones for you to explore, all with storylines of their own you'll uncover as you play within them. There are survival mechanics thrown in here, tons of variety in enemy types, and a newfound emphasis on player freedom. This all looks to elevate Metro to be one of the best shooters of 2019. This is a post-apocalyptic Russia, decades after a nuclear war has outbroken, and there's only a few thousand survivors left, all of which who live underground. However, with Exodus, we finally get to roam the surface in a much grander way than in the previous releases. My favorite moments from Last Light always came from the brief sequences where you got to spend time on the surface, and just the chilling, atmospheric tones and tensions that the developers are able to build into these sequences. They were few and far between in those games, but when they happened, they were so good. Exodus looks to mix a huge variety of different gameplay styles into one. If you're a run and gun type player, you can emphasize picking up weapons and prioritizing encounters in a way that complements that. However, if you choose to go the night and stealth route, you can take out the lights and go for the easier, more quiet approach. However, if you've got the supplies and the crew, why not just stage a big assault during the daytime and go in guns a-blazing? The story also looks to form deeper relationships with the characters, and I will say they did a fantastic job of this in the previous games, so getting to go on a year-long adventure, almost like Metro Persona Edition, just sounds way too good to be true. The developers for 4A Games have gone through so many troubles in the years of making the Metro series. Metro Exodus has also been in development for 5 years. The studio 4A Games cares exceptionally about the titles that they make, to the point where they've endured sub-zero conditions while working because of power outage. They've had to smuggle high-end computers across the border into their offices, and they actually had to move studios to Malta midway through production of Exodus because of the conflict that was going on in their home country. The studio really does care about the quality of the title that they are producing. Lately, there has been a little bit of controversy about Deep Silver, the publisher of the game, deciding to sell the PC version through the Epic Store. There's not a lot of love right now from the PC player base for the Epic Store, and that's led to some, like I said, controversy. If you're a player frustrated about this, I really would encourage you to please direct that feedback towards the publisher and not 4A Games. They had nothing to do with this, and they've poured 5 years of their life into this, and just judging by my experiences with 2033 and Last Light, this is a labor of love for these guys, and I would hate to see it marred by a decision that was completely out of their control. So when February 15th rolls around, I would encourage you to please strongly consider supporting Metro Exodus. Unless something goes horribly awry between now and then and it just doesn't match up, this is going to be one of the best FPS titles of 2019, and it is my most anticipated game of all of February. Anthem looks cool too, don't get me wrong, I just know that Battlefield 5 dropped in price big time just 3 weeks after launch, so I'm more than happy to wait on that. Far Cry New Dawn also looks really fun, but those are great Steam sale games, so all I know is give Metro Exodus a shot. If you guys have played any of the previous Metro games, or if you're interested in Exodus, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe for more. Follow me over on Twitter at BBKDRAGOON, and again, just thanks for the support on the channel lately, guys. It has been immense. I cannot thank you enough. It has been so much fun getting to cover FPS and third-person shooters. Just focus on these really good games. Sorry if I sound a little weird. I'm fighting a little sickness, but it should be gone by the time we get to the next video. Have a great day, and I will talk with you again very soon.